All right, we're good.
Cool. Okay, so tonight we're going to do Facebook training. For those of you guys who don't know me, my name's Corie, and I am a double diamond. I built my entire business off of social media and just using Facebook as well. So the first probably, I would say, 2 years of my business was strictly just Facebook. And so that's what we're going to go over today. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to type them in the chat as we go along, or you can just kind of like write them down as we go, and I'll answer them. So I have a bunch of notes, and hopefully you guys get some good info out of here. So Facebook is it's you want to be really personal and really vulnerable on Facebook when you're running your business, because the thing about it is people want the products that we have. They just are going to have to decide that they want to go through you or someone else. So you want to be kind of open and vulnerable and let people know who you are as a person so that they trust you more than the next person that might be selling the same products that we have. So one of the things that I would suggest everybody do is, well, the first thing I guess is you want to change your mindset so that, and this is for more for the people who are like kind of getting into it or just started. You want to change your mindset to you're a business owner now. So one of the things that my business took off after I stopped telling people I was a title clerk at a car dealership. When people would ask, like, oh, what do you do? And I'd say, oh, I'm a title clerk at a car dealership. I would say, I changed it to, oh, I have a really successful business that I work from home. And then people would ask me, like, oh, what do you do? And then I can go right into, like, well, have you ever heard of It Works before? And it's a health and wellness company, so I help people get healthy. And as soon as I changed my mindset to I am a business owner, like I'm a successful business owner, my business really took off because then I had confidence in what I was selling rather than just posting before and after photos on Facebook and hoping that people would want to go through me. So one of the things that I did to help me like really get into that and just like jump right into It Works was I actually took out all of my work history. So I took out the title clerk at the car dealership. I took out waitress. I took out all of that, and I changed it just to an It Works distributor. And then what I did was I actually changed the privacy so that when I'm sending new friend requests to people, they can't see my work history yet. Because there are unfortunately some distributors who are very spammy on social media, and sometimes people won't accept your friend request just from that simple fact that they see It Works on your work history, so they won't accept your friend request. So I changed the privacy settings to you can only see that when you're my friend. So having said that, just really quick for your profile, like your when people like first see, like they kind of like scroll and see who you are. I would suggest making your profile picture a picture of you, like just your face, because people want to know that you're a real person, not, some scammy person or like an auto bot or anything like that. And then you can have your cover photo be whatever you want, your kids, you and your husband, your dog, whatever. But what you want to make sure is that you're not, if someone is accepting your friend request, that it's not just like black, green, bling, bellies, like It Works all the time. Like every single post is It Works, It Works, It Works. You want to have a nice like flow of personal stuff with It Works stuff. And like I said, if that's what they're seeing when you send a friend request to someone, they're immediately going to get turned off and they're not going to accept your friend request. So you want to show that you're like a real person, and not someone that is immediately going to message that person and be like, oh my God, for your friend request, have you ever heard of It Works before? That's not personal, and that's not how you're going to grow your business on Facebook. So consistency is definitely key with working your business on Facebook. And you want to think of it like it's your store, right? So if you owned,
Can I stop you really quick, Corie?
Yeah, go ahead.
How do you change the privacy? Do you know how to go in and change it, or do you just go to setting and then it says privacy?
Oh yeah, so when you go to your work, when you go, like, if you click edit in your work history, then it, like, over to the right hand side, it will say like privacy or settings or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's right there in your work history when you edit it. And then it'll say, like, show this to, and you can say only me, my friends, whatever.
Okay.
Thank
you.
You're welcome. So when you are working, okay, yeah, so with Facebook, you want to think of Facebook now. It's not like just a place for you to be social and, like, scroll through and see who's posting what of their kids or checking in with your family. Like, of course you want to do that too, but you want to think of it now as like your store. So if you owned a pizza place, right, you would every single morning, you would go and unlock the doors and you would set yourself up for the day and, make your pizza dough for however many pizzas you sell on a Monday. And then you would talk to your customers and then you shut your doors at night, right? Like, and they do that every single day so they can make money every single day. So now Facebook is and Instagram for that matter, that's your store now. So every single morning, what I do is I pre-plan my posts so that I can make sure that my posts are going out. And maybe for you, that might look like that might be closing your night out. You're pre-planning your posts for the next day, but you want to stay consistent. And I suggest that when you are posting, you want to do an inspirational post. And what I mean by that is we all should be doing personal development with this opportunity. It's going to have you grow as a person. You're going to find, like, your leadership with personal development. And when you're doing your personal development, whatever it is, whether you watch YouTube videos or you listen to Audible or you read, I like to take something that inspired me for my personal development and, like, make a note of it, and then I'll post it on Facebook later. And what that does for you is it just kind of makes people see you as a positive person. Think about it. When you scroll through Facebook, how many, like, negative things do you see? How many times you have people, like, being really, like, getting in arguments over political stuff or whatever's going on in the news? So when you're consistent and you're posting something inspirational or lighthearted every single day, what happens is they look forward to seeing you post. So people start to actually look forward to seeing what you have to say. And then you want to do an engagement post. And what I mean by that is either something as simple as, like, there was a photo that was going around and it was just all the different cooks on a steak. And it said, like, what's your favorite cook or whatever. And then people love to tell you their opinion. People love to tell you how they like things. People love to tell you how they want to do something. I one time asked, how do you clean a washer? And I had so many people telling me how they clean their washing machine. And what that does is that will show you who's looking at your posts, like who sees your posts. And excuse me, those people should immediately go on your 100s list so that you can engage with them later. So part of me opening my store up every day is I will pre-plan my posts, and then I'll go back the night before and see who engaged on my engagement post, and I write their names down if they're new so that I can add them to my 100s list. They're seeing my stuff, so I want to make sure that they're giving me love. I want to send the love back out to them. An engagement post can also be like, I post stuff about my daughter all the time, and people are always commenting and, loving on her, the post that I make of her. So to me, that's an engagement post too, because they're interacting with me. Obviously, we want to do a product post, and that can be a before and after. It can be a product of the product. It can be a testimony. It can be promotion that's going on, but make sure that you're getting the products out there. One of the things that was actually really successful for me is I read in one of my personal development books that people have to see something at least 7 times before they decide that they want to try it. So one of the things that I did, I tried it out. I posted about ThermoFit every single day for a week. So 7 days straight, I posted ThermoFit. And it literally was, I think 3 out of the 7 days, me in the same position, just a different day with a bottle of ThermoFit, giving different like specs on it. And I sold, I know that I got a leg to 400 just off of ThermoFit. That's how many ThermoFits.
Wow.
Yeah. So when you are putting that, you have to think, and I think we said this last week, not everybody is on their phones like we are. Not everybody's on Facebook or Instagram like we are. So when you post something on Monday, that Daniela might not see things until Thursday because she's not on Facebook all week long. And people need to see things at least at the minimum 7 times before they make a decision that they want to try it. So try that out. Try doing the same product for a week straight and see how you like it. You can even go as far as to say like you're going to do your own 90-day challenge with whatever product you want and talk about your experience every single day with that. So like if you want to try the shake, you can try doing different recipes every single day and talking about that. And the shake is something that's really good to do for that because you can do smoothie recipes and you can also bake with it too. So you can get super, super, super creative. Essential oils are also a really good one. And then the weight loss is also awesome because you can talk about your journey and you can talk about what you're doing to be healthy. And when people are consistently seeing that and seeing that you're consistent as well, they're going to want to pick up what you're putting down because you're so excited about it. And then of course you want to talk about the business. So I know this one is like really hard for brand new people or people who haven't seen the success that they're wanting yet. So I'm just going to touch on it really, really quickly. What you can do is there's a few different business posts that you can do. The simple ones like, who could use an extra $500 a month? And people say me or whatever, and you comment, or if you could make an extra $500 a month working from your cell phone, would you? Those kind of posts. But then for any one of us, no matter where you're at in your journey, you can talk about where you were before you joined It Works, where you are right now that you've joined it, and then where you're going. So for someone who's brand new, that can look something like I work my husband and I work full time, and the paychecks that we bring home is just enough to cover bills, groceries, and we never have a night out together. I joined this opportunity for an extra $100 a month so I can take my husband on date night because I love him so much and I love spending time with him. I can't wait for 6 months from now when I'll be making a full-time income and be able to do date night every night or every week. So you want to talk about where were you before you joined It Works, when you were struggling? Where are you at right now? You have joined so that you can make that extra money to do whatever you need to do. And then where are you going with this opportunity? And where you're going is your why. So you always want to talk about your why. And the reason you do that is so that you can relate to other people. There might be moms out there who can't afford a package of diapers for their child right now without, like sacrificing groceries. And Rap Cash can pay for boxes of diapers. And so if you're making Rap Cash, talk about how that could put food on the table or pay an electric bill or pay for a box of diapers. And if you haven't made the income that you're looking for, talk about in a year from now, 6 months, 3 months, whatever, what what income you're going to make, and what that's going to do for your family. So that's another type of business post. And I know they're kind of hard at first to, like, practice definitely makes perfect with any kind of the product or business posts. So never feel afraid to message me, Danielle, or Natalie to help with that, because that's what we're here for. Like, we've been there, done that, we've got that practice down. But I would say it's like posting every day is non-negotiable in my book. And the reason why it's non-negotiable is, one, it gets you in the habit of putting your business as a priority, and really like getting that mindset that you're opening and you're closing your store every day. But also when you're messaging people, if you message them and you say, hey, Danielle, I don't know if you follow me on Facebook very much, but I'm looking for some product testers and I could really use your help, or whatever, however you want to word that. The very first thing that Danielle is going to do is she's going to click on my Facebook profile and scroll through it really quick to see, like, what am I talking about? And if she can scroll through it and she has no idea that I have an online business, she's probably not going to even respond to me. She's going to be like, I don't even know what this girl's talking about. She's nuts. She got hacked, and I am not talking to this person. And then I might get defriended or blocked. So talk about your business, because if I can go to any one of your profiles and if I have to scroll through like 14 posts before I see something about It Works, then that's going to turn off any potentials that you might be wanting to bring into your business.
So, okay. So you post an inspirational, an engagement, a product post, and a business post. Okay. And then you add, like, personal throughout the day too. So how many posts do you post throughout the day on Facebook, and how many hours in between?
I post, some days it's three posts, and some days I post every 3 hours. It just kind of depends on what my day looks like, I guess. I just focus more on consistently posting and consistently getting some personal stuff out there and some business stuff out there. The Facebook algorithm, how that works is if you post less than 90 minutes in between your posts, then you're basically competing with yourself, and Facebook is going to choose what post that they want to show people. Most of your engagement, most of the people that are going to see your post are going to see it within that first 90 minutes, unless it's a really high traffic post. Like, I posted a video of my daughter not too long ago, like 3 hours ago, and because there's a lot of likes and a lot of comments on that, it's going to keep bumping it back up into the news feed. And then what I do is I will comment on everybody's comment that they make to bump it back up into the news feed. And why I do that, and why you should do that too, is because Facebook says, the algorithm says, wow, this girl's important. Look there's people like all over this post. Maybe I should show more of her stuff in everybody's timeline. But at the very minimum, I'll do like an inspiration, a product, and a business. And at the very maximum, I'll post every 3 hours.
Okay.
Does anybody else have any other questions so far?
But at least every day you're doing a product post and a business post.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you just never know who's going to be on. You just don't know who's going to be on that day. There are people who don't go on every single day. There are people who, like my best friend, she goes on Facebook. She'll post like pictures of her kids or her family or like a status update pretty regularly, but like for her to actually scroll through and comment on other people's stuff or like look at what's going on in the timeline is like once maybe every 2 weeks. Like and that's the reality for some people. Some people are on it every single day, and some people are not on it as every single day or as often. So you want to get yourself out there every day. And when you do that, when you are being that consistent with you're posting, you're showing everybody that you're serious and that you're excited and that you love what you do, and they're just waiting to see you stop. And when you're doing it every single day, they're like, okay, well, maybe there's something to this. Like, maybe, like, she's really excited. She keeps posting about these wraps. She keeps posting about this ThermoFit. Like, maybe I should check it out. I'll ask her a question. Like, I'll send her a message. And that's what happens. People say to me, I keep seeing you posting about this cleanse. Can you just, like, tell me a little bit about it? And then I get to tell them about it because I'm always excited. I'm always talking about it. Let's see. Someone had a question. Yeah. Is your product post a before and after or more personal? To be honest with you, it just kind of, I just kind of feel that out organically. Like some days, so like the days that I don't do my hair and my makeup, like today, there would be a before and after picture on my timeline, because I'm not gonna, I like to look my best, when I'm presenting our products. So today would be something that I would post a before and after that I got off of corporate's website, or a testimony or something like that. Or like if I went out and had like a really fatty meal, maybe I would set up the fat fighters near it. The days that I do my hair and my makeup, you will probably see me like either going live about the product or having like like a cute little stage, like holding it or kissing it or whatever. So it just kind of depends on my mood. It kind of depends on the day. It kind of depends on what I feel would be like the best. But I definitely like to do like a before and after and a product of the product like interchangeably throughout the week. So you don't want to do just bellies all through your timeline. Like when people scroll through it, you don't want them to just see like bellies. And I know that I've said this probably every single time we're on these Zoom trainings, but if you are local to any distributor that is on your team or close to one of us three, please come over, do some photos of you holding the product if you can't get your hands on all of them yet, and just take a whole bunch of them so that you have them saved. I also use the same photos often. Like I have them saved in my phone, and if I am just like not feeling it, I'm not feeling it before and after, I'll just go through my old photos and find one of me holding the product and post that too. So that was a long-winded answer. It just kind of depends on my mood, I guess.
So you don't follow the 3-3 rule on Facebook every day?
No. Not anymore. I used to, and it used to be great, but the algorithm has changed so much that if you're posting that often, like I used to post every hour, but now the algorithm has changed so much that if you do that, none of your stuff will be seen at all. So again, like Facebook is like super, super personal. So you want to spend a good, like at least like a power hour or whenever you can engaging with your 100s list. And that can look so many different ways. That can look like an actual written down 100s list. That can be like a Facebook list that you've done, like a separate one. That can be like names that you like section out every single day to engage with, whatever it looks like. But engagement does not mean a like. I don't even count that as engaging with someone. That is just you being a scroll troll. You're just scrolling through Facebook, liking. Mm-hmm. And if you are someone who gets a lot of likes on some of your posts, as well as I do, that you don't know all the people who liked that photo. You'll see the latest person's name and then 65 others. So your name, when you do that to someone else, your name gets lumped up in, whoever else is liking it. Engaging is commenting on their posts and private messaging their posts or them individually. And commenting is really good because you can start a conversation. And then what happens is a lot of times they will go to your new, like over to your profile and scroll through like, who the heck is this Corie girl? Like, and why is she being so nice to me? Because she is definitely not one of like my friends, you know? And then they start paying more attention to you. And private messaging, that can just be like, happy birthday. Oh my gosh, that video of your kids was so cute. You know, I love taking videos of my kids. I've done like when people are, you know, losing on like a weight loss journey or whatever, I will private message them and I will say, I just want to let you know that I've been following your journey and you look amazing and you are so inspirational and I just am really enjoying watching that. And that brightens, like, how many times a day do you get someone who pops into your like life, interrupts your life to be like, hey, by the way, you're awesome. Doesn't happen very often. So it really makes you feel really good when you get those kinds of messages and you get to be that feel-good person. Like, you get to be a person that makes other people feel good. And I don't know about you guys, but for me, when I make someone happy, like, it makes me happy too. And that's what this business really is all about, is making people happy. I have commented on I've gone to like someone's timeline and made a comment that said, I just want to let you know that you are an amazing mother and I really enjoy watching you with your son. And then like all of her friends are loving on that post and she's like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. And I get to friend request all of her friends, you know, because they're loving on that. And I want to extend that same kind of love to as many people as possible. And that's where personal development really comes into play, you guys, because you want to be that person that helps other people, because that's what this business is all about, is helping other people. So be intentional with your engagement. Like, don't just pop open, you know, Facebook or Instagram and start scrolling through. Like, have a plan of who you want to engage with. And that can look as simple as, and you can start this on May 1st, that can look as simple as printing out your friends list, everybody that you're friends with on Facebook, and May 1st, going through and engaging with all of your A friends. And then May 2nd, doing all of your B friends. And then the 3rd, your C friends. And then so on and so forth. Because you'll be surprised how many people that you don't see in your newsfeed every single day and who you're popping up into now. And then you get to decide, who you want on your team or who you think would be a great product tester. And that is like such an honor that you get to extend that opportunity to everybody. Always reply if you're posting an engagement post. Always reply to people's comments. The only people that I don't really reply to is like, you know, my family members, or like my really, really, really close friends. But anybody else who's just like my Facebook friend, I will always reply to them, just to let them know, like, hey, I did not post this just to get your opinion. I'm not just going to like your comment and then move on. Like, I'm going to actually be personal and engage with you. That's the only way you're going to get to know these people. And let me see. So after you're engaging with your friends on Facebook, you will find that your engagement in general will go up, and it might take, you know, a couple weeks, it might take a couple months, but you'll find that more people are going to pop into your inbox and be like just today, and I'm pretty sure I know what happened. She's a potential distributor of mine, but she's really nervous. It's not going to work for her. And I posted a business post about going diamond today and like what that can do for someone. And shortly thereafter, she popped up into my inbox and was like, I want you to come over and I want you to wrap me. I want to see if this actually really works, because she is thinking about joining, but she wants to know that these wraps actually do work, so that when I go to wrap her, not only do I make $25, I get to talk to her some more personally about being a distributor with It Works. And that happens often. They'll say, like, I see you keep posting about this cleanse, and I really could use a good cleanse. Like, can you give me some more information? So the more personal and the more you engage, the more people start showing up in your inbox. Like, it's just a matter of fact. Going live is also a really great way of showing people who you are. my sister-in-law and I, we have a lot of fun doing Facebook Lives together and demoing products. So if you're nervous to do it by yourself, find someone that you have fun with and do it with that person. And if you're nervous to talk about the products, then just find something that you can have fun with. But you always want to have your list of people that you want to message and decide, do you want them to be a potential customer or a distributor, and keep them on a follow-up list. So if they say no, not right now, then you get to 2 months from now say, hey, Natalie, I know that, a couple months ago we talked about the business opportunity and it really wasn't for you, but I have this really amazing opportunity now, or I have some more spots that opened up on my team, and I just wanted to see if anything changed for you and if you might be interested. And they'll say no if they're not interested, but they might have been watching you for the past 2 months after you message them and be like, you know what, I actually really could use some extra money, and they'll be more open to hearing what you have to say, So don't ever deny anybody this opportunity, and just get to know them. And that's going to help your business grow so much on Facebook. Questions? I'll stop talking for a minute if anybody has any questions.
Has going live helped you, have you seen I'm trying to get it out. Have you seen more of a interaction because of it? More people liking your stuff and commenting because of going live?
Yeah, it definitely changes the algorithm. When you go live, there's actually a notification that pops up in some people. It depends on what they post or search. I'm pretty sure. I don't know that algorithm completely, but for some people that live notification will pop up in their notification. So it might show in Jamie's notifications that Corie is going live, and of course someone's going to click on it. And if you're being yourself and you're not just hello, I work for It Works, and you're not don't be so robotic, just be yourself, let loose, don't think about it too much. People are going to sit and they're going to stay and they're going to watch you. My sister-in-law and I are really goofy, and we make mistakes. I swear on live sometimes, and we laugh about it, and people just comment and they're like, oh my gosh, you guys are so funny. Or, they're just ha ha ha. And then they'll stay and they'll watch it, and they'll watch the whole thing. And the more people that you have comment on there, the more people that you have watch, then the more people that are going to hop on and watch it, because it's going to keep getting bumped up into the newsfeed. I also love to use certain live videos for to just share. I did a flashback Friday or a throwback Thursday or something like that, and I shared a Fat Fighter video that she and I did, and it just kind of gets more views on it, and people then like it again, and it gets bumped up into the newsfeed. So going live is definitely the best way to change your awareness on Facebook, for sure. And then posted videos after that. So it's live videos that you recorded with your iPhone, and then you post it. And then posts with a picture attached to it, and then just regular posts. That's what the how the awareness works. So having said that, some things that will hinder your awareness and change the algorithm for not good is if you share something. So stop hitting the share button. Do not hit that share button one more time, because this is what happens. So if you share okay, so when you see those funny memes, right, that are hilarious. I'm trying to think of one. Oh, okay, so everybody knows that the unicorn drink came out, right, from Starbucks. And so it's this unicorn person, but they put that diabetes guy's face in the unicorn.
Yeah.
And it has the wording and everything, and people are sharing that crazy, right? But what happens is you're giving that original poster, the one that has like 4 million likes on it and 20,000 comments, you're giving that original poster pushing that algorithm back to that person. So that original poster's picture is going to show up you're bumping that up higher to the newsfeed. What you want to do instead, it's okay to share funny stuff like that. Like, that's an engagement post, and absolutely do that. If that's something that shows your personality and like your sense of humor, then absolutely post it. But what I want you to do instead is I want you to save that picture or screenshot it and then organically post it. So open up your Facebook, click new status or whatever it is, type a little funny something like, oh my gosh, can you believe it? Have you tried the unicorn drink? And then go into your photos and post the photo. That way because when you hit that share button, you're taking the likes away from yourself and giving them back to the original poster. I didn't
know that. That was really good.
Okay, cool. Yay. And I know that some people share stuff so that they can have it on their newsfeed and they can like go back, like recipes or cool like DIYs and stuff like that. But what I want you guys to do instead is I want you to, the next time you see something that you're sharing onto your timeline because you want to save it, is I want you to go to the top right-hand corner, and you'll see like a little arrow that looks like this. And if you click on it, there is an option for you to save that post. And then it goes into a category that's in your menu of saved posts, and then you can go back and you can look through all of your saved posts. And I do that I follow a couple of top leaders that I really look up to, and I save some of their posts that they make just when I'm like looking for inspiration and I'm having a brain fart. So I'll go into my saved stuff and kind of like look around and read what I've like had saved from them. And like sometimes I'll go on on this day. Yeah, on this day. So from like a year or two back, and I'm like, wow, I was really good with that post. That's a great post. And I'll save it so that if I'm having a brain fart, I can repost something that I posted 2 years or a year ago. Sure. So use that to your advantage rather than sharing stuff just to have it saved on your timeline. So having said that, copying, pasting from other distributors, if you like see a post that you really, really like, I absolutely want you to take inspiration from that 100%. That's what we're here for. One team, one mission. We're here to help each other out. But what I don't want you to do is I don't want you to hold your finger down on your phone, click copy, and then go to your new status and click paste. Because what happens is the algorithm with Facebook is saying, basically like, oh, well, 1 million people have already seen this post or seen this picture, so I'm going to go ahead and not show the one that Corie posted because everybody's already seen it already. So change the wording around a little bit, change the emojis in there, make it sound like it's actually you and not someone else. And then for the pictures, what you want to do is you want to just kind of like either change the resolution or crop it a little bit, put your website name in there. Photofy is really good for if you open it up in Photofy and you click Insta photo or Instagrid or something like that. I don't know. It puts that white border around it and that instantly changes it into a new photo. And then you can either put like your website in there or you can put like 90-day rap challenge or something like that, and it makes it your own. That way Facebook is saying, oh, this is an original photo. People haven't seen it yet. I'm going to go ahead and keep that in the timeline and keep it relevant. Because if you are just copy and pasting, then you're not relevant. People have already seen it according to Facebook, and you will not get any awareness on that picture. So if you're not getting the engagement that you want on Facebook, that simply means that you are not engaging enough. Plain and simple. Mm-hmm. I think, last thing. I had this, I'll tell you guys a really funny story. So my sister-in-law came and picked me up today to come in. I'm at their house. And we got halfway to her house, and my daughter was, like, screaming bloody murder, like, just screaming. So we had to pull over the side of the road so that I could nurse her. And I had this thought, right? And I was like, oh, I have to put that in my notes when I'm done nursing her. Completely forgot by the time I was done nursing her. Got to the house and I was like, what I wanted to put on my notes left while I was feeding you. And it just now came to me. I have total mom brain, but sometimes it does not fail me. One thing that I also want you to do every single day, or at least try to do every single day, is send out new friend requests. It's so important. I once had a distributor tell me that she couldn't be successful because she had already hit up everybody that she knew in her town. I was like, okay, cool. How about go to a different town then? Like you work on Facebook. Like, do you know how many people are on Facebook all over the world? Not just in the United States, like all over the world. So you like don't limit yourself to your town. So I like to say like adding 20 new friends is a pretty good amount, but if that scares you, then start with 5. Start with 5 and work your way up from there. A couple tips. Go ahead and kind of like prejudge these people. So click on their name and scroll through their profile, because if they're posting like yucky stuff or negative stuff or like dirty stuff, you don't want those people on your team, and if they're negative people, you don't want them trying their products because they're probably going to be negative about it, so kind of prejudge them based off of what they post on like their public posts. Click on their mutual friends. If you have other It Works distributors that you know of that are on their mutual friends, don't friend them. They are already getting, that is their, someone else is going to work on them. And we live in a world where people turn 18 every single day. People join Facebook every single day, and people's life situations change every single day. So if you see that there's other distributors on the mutual friends, then do not friend them. Something that I do, and it might be excessive, I'm not really sure, but it's worked for me, so I'll share it with you guys. And then if you don't like this or you think that it's silly or it's too much work, then go ahead and put it on the shelf and move on, because I don't really know if it works for anybody else, but it's worked for me. So what I do is I'll actually show you guys my 6 list that I use. Okay, so it looks like, I wonder if I can change yeah, I can. Okay, cool. So it looks like this. So I actually have a section where I have add 10 to 20 new friends, and then basically like lines where I write them down. So I write down every new person that I send a friend request out to. And if they accept my friend request, I just put a little star next to their name. And I will spend that month engaging with them and getting to know them. And when I do that, instead of just, friend requesting them and then letting them be, more often than not, out of those friends, people will message me about what I do or about the products. And then at the end of the month, whoever did not accept my friend request, I will cancel that request out to them. And the reason why I do that is because if you have too much quote unquote spammy action on Facebook, Facebook will say, okay, you are being too aggressive or too spammy or whatever, so we're just going to go ahead and limit your awareness. So you kind of want to keep yourself in check. And that's one way that you can keep yourself in check and make sure that you're not hindering yourself in your algorithm for yourself. But I'll just show you really quick. So this is my 6 list. So I have like my posts that I want to make sure to get out, my adding my friends, who I want to encourage for the day, and at least messaging 5 potential product testers and 5 potential distributors. And these are new people, like message brand new people. This isn't a follow-up list. And then I have just kind of like other stuff that I might need to do, like the laundry or go to the post office, because you don't want to skirt your other like personal responsibilities as well. And then down here, set new goals. what worked, what didn't work, what can I do more efficiently, and remember to change my auto ship because I'm really bad at that and I get duplicates sometimes and I'm like, oh shoot, how did this day sneak up on me? How did the 15th sneak up on me so quickly? Well, I guess I'll get another thing of shake. It's not that bad, so that's a reminder that I have to do for myself. But 6 lists are great. They are awesome. It keeps you on track and it helps you complete your steps to success. And at least you're feeling like, okay, I am doing just this for the day and I feel accomplished. So
it's 5 different people every day.
Mm-hmm.
5 different LCs, 5 different DT every single day.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
The point is you're talking to different people every day.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I know that to some people sounds like super intimidating. You get to spend a month or 2 months just getting to know people personally before you ever send out a message. I don't ever want anybody to send a message to someone that they've never engaged with ever. Like that's a cold message and that's just not, in my book, that does not work very well. And that's when people are like making those posts like, oh, those It Works distributors, they always just send messages and they don't even know who I am. So you get to spend a month just getting to know people, and then deciding whether or not they would be a good fit for this business, or maybe you want them to try the product first. So you all have to decide what that time frame looks like for you, and then go ahead and start doing that where you're messaging 5 new people every single day. And you guys, if you're friend requesting 20 people a day, and even 5 of those people request your friend or accept your friend request, you're literally building a new pipeline every single day. So there's really no reason why after you get through your engagement period that you can't be messaging 5 new people a day. And if you're being a person of inspiration and a positive person, then I've never had someone that I've messaged tell me like to go stick it where. Like I've had people tell me no, but usually they say, oh my gosh, thank you so much for thinking of me. I actually really love watching, like listening or reading your post. You are such a positive person, but you know what, this opportunity really isn't for me. I'm like, you know what, that's totally fine. Like, thank you so much. I really appreciate that compliment. And that's something that I don't have, anytime I message someone, there's no negativity ever because of that awareness that I built, being very mindful of what I put out there. And like my Facebook is my business. And if you were to go to your 9-to-5 job and you weren't professional, you probably wouldn't have that job anymore, right? So we want to have that mindset for this business as well. And the quicker that you kind of like have that mindset, the faster you'll watch your business like really, really soar. As soon as you take it that seriously, you will soar, and you don't have to invest more than a couple hours a day into it. It doesn't take, I was working I had a 9-to-5 job, but I was the only one that knew exactly what to do. So I would go in at 4:00 and work off of the clock to get my work done. And sometimes I would stay till like 7 or 8 at night because another department needed help, and I was the only one that knew how to do it. So I was never home. I would take potty breaks, like really long ones, and do something. I would do work on my lunch breaks. I would, like as I was like doing my makeup or whatever, I would watch or listen to a personal development. And as my husband and I were laying on the couch, like watching a movie or something together, is when I would like send my messages out or follow up with people. And then my weekends were for me to, really kind of sit down and really work. So my weekend, and sometimes my weekends didn't even get to be that because I was waitressing as well. Because at the time, my husband's job was seasonal. And in the wintertime in New York, if anybody else is in, cold state and you have a seasonal job, it's like, rah, rah, rah.
Yeah.
And now I have my daughter, and it's that the thing about it is, you guys, is don't overcomplicate this business. It is so easy. I had her and I had her at like 7 something at night, so I was pretty tired that night. But the next day while I was laying in bed with her, I was working because I get to like make people feel good. And so that should never be like, have fun with it. You know what I mean? Like, just keep in mind that you're being a positive person and getting to reach out and like just having conversations and like having fun with people. I have so much fun just like talking to people on Facebook and commenting on their status. And that for me gets them to see more of my stuff, and eventually is like, all right, Corie, tell me about this. Or if I post a business post and they like it, well, guess what? They're going to get a message. And it's something as simple as, thank you so much for the love on that business post. Have you ever thought about doing what I do? And then I send them a screenshot of the one that they liked so that it reminds them. And some people are like, nope, I was just supporting you. Like, I just loved that post. Or, no, I liked it because your hair was super purple and it looked really pretty. And then some people are like, well, I might be open to hearing what you do. Like, I really wasn't thinking about it, but I might be open to it. And then I get to talk to them about it. So anytime someone likes your post, you guys, message them. Like, thanks for the love on my greens post. Have you ever used greens? Are you interested in using them or trying them? If they like it, that is an open door to send them a message. So don't ever be afraid to do that either. So I think that's it.
That was really good. I took tons and tons of notes. I just have a question, of course. Okay, so with friend requests,
yeah,
who are you friending? Like, are you friending? Like, how do you determine who you're gonna send a friend request to?
Okay, so sometimes it's. I swear to God, you guys, if I was more organized, I'd probably be an ambassador diamond right now. But you can definitely be someone who has a lot of anxiety and really disorganized and be successful in this business.
Oh, yeah.
So sometimes it's just like friends of a friend, right? So like, I'll just go to like my friend Ashley and I'll go to her friends and I will go through and friend request her friends. But I never friend request someone who I do not have mutual friends with. So at least like, 4 mutual friends. I will, if I don't have someone like a mutual friend, then I won't friend request them. So that's probably the main way that I do it. But a couple other things that I do. So if I make a comment on someone's post, right, and then some of their friends like that comment, I will friend request them because they liked what I had to say, right? So they might like what I have to say other times. And I feel like if you friend requested, or if you liked that, you kind of like, that's an open door for me to send you a friend request. I will do my engagement posts as a public post. And what happens is, so like if you have a high traffic post, that means that, like if Daniela commented on that, then it'll show up in Natalie's news feed that Daniela commented on this post. So then Natalie might be like, oh, well, I want to tell her how I like my steak cooked, and she'll comment on it. So anybody who's not my friend that comments on my public engagement posts, I will friend request them. And then the last thing that I do is, I know some people get like super, super, super annoyed when they get invited to online parties or like new groups, right, for sale groups at other MLMs. I love it. So here's what I do. I will I will immediately accept the invitation, or I will immediately like join the group or whatever. And then the very first thing that I do is I go into the notifications and I turn them completely off. So I never get notified on them, because it is kind of annoying to get that many notifications. And if it's something that I'm interested in, I might just like make a little mental note or write it down in my notes to like check that party out later. And then what I'll do is I will go to the members of the group, or I'll go to who accepted the invite. And if I have mutual friends with that person, I will friend request them. And the reason why is because those people like direct sales. Like, they're accepting an invite to an online party, or they're a member of this group. So they already like direct sales. They like online shopping. they like supporting their friends. So why wouldn't I want to be friends with them and have them support me too? Or maybe see if they might be open to joining, maybe they're trying to figure out what's the one that works for them. So I know some distributors or some people in general get like so annoyed with the constant like LuLaRoe pop-ups and groups and all that stuff. Like, don't be annoyed about it anymore. Just turn the notifications off. I'm a part of like 100 and I don't even know how many groups. Like, I think I exaggerated the other day, but I was like, I'm a part of like 75,000 groups. That's what it feels like. But I'm a part of so many groups and I never get notified on them ever. But I go in there every once in a while and I will go through and see who is in those groups or in those online parties, and I send friend requests out that way too. And then, I just had a thought. So groups, just like super, super fast, you can find a couple of groups that actually like pique your interest. So I'm a grandma and I like to crochet. So I'm a part of some crochet groups. Or like if you're like a dog mom, you could like join like a German Shepherd. I have a German Shepherd, so you could join like a German Shepherd group. Mommy groups are tough because, well, one, there's a lot of direct sales moms, that's part of like, I think why they're part of the group. But also moms can be like really like catty and kind of mean and kind of judgy. So mommy groups are hard. So I would try like an interest group. And then maybe like once a week, go ahead and do a power hour where you're like engaging in those groups and like talking to someone and find some friends, like build genuine relationships and find some friends in that group. And that's a way to expand your market even more, because you are now friending somebody who you don't, like in Oregon, that you would never talk to before in the first place, but you're engaging with them and you're making new friends, with them, and you never know like how that opens up more new friends. You know what I mean? I also do giveaways, and like, you guys, don't overthink giveaways. A giveaway can be, you can message someone and be like, oh, I'm sorry you didn't win the big prize, but here's a coupon for $5 off a wrap. Like, people don't have to know what you're giving away. You can give away one single packet of greens. You can, give away a sample of whatever. You can give away a free spa night. Like, don't think that you can't do a giveaway because you don't have a lot of product, or you can't give like a full bottle of Fat Fighters. So another way to expand your awareness and your potential customers is, I do two things actually. So one, I will ask people if they will post on their wall for me. And then I have them post like that list, like someone who wants to get rid of stretch marks or whatever. I'll say, my friend Corie is looking to help you. Like, pick your number and message her, comment below. So I have them post it on their wall, and then they'll tag me. And I tell them you will get something for posting, and it's just going to be like a little goodie bag. Like, there's going to be a Blitz card in there, a packet of Wow, some greens. That's probably it. And then I'll say, and depending on how many customers that might sign up, like, you could have a bigger present, or a bigger prize. And you don't even have to do that. You can just be like, you'll get a little goodie bag, or you'll get, a prize just for posting, and it can be a sample of greens. What happens is they're going to post on their wall, and someone that you could have never reached in your life before is going to see that post, and now, has the potential to be on your list or is going to immediately sign up. I've also had someone post about, I've had people post about, like, my friend Corie has built a really successful business on purely on Facebook. Like, if you could use an extra $500, she wants to mentor you. I don't know the exact wording. And like, I have signed distributors up from having people post on their walls for me. And so they did the work. And that was someone that I would have never known that person before.
Where or how do you get sample products?
Oh, just like we don't have like sample products, but you could do like, you know, if you know that someone is going to a wedding, you'd be like, here's a couple of fat biters, you know, for your night, or here's a sample of the greens and give them one packet. Here's a sample of wow and give them one packet.
So someone starting out like that just got their kit.
Yeah.
You get you get 4 mini defining gels.
Yeah.
Sample that.
Absolutely.
I mean, anybody on my team, I know Corie and Natalie, anybody on your team, if you guys need greens, I will send them to you.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
If you want to do a giveaway, like I have greens on the go. I could send you, a couple of samples.
Absolutely. Yeah, or if you want to do like a spa night or something and you don't have the products, just let me know and we'll go and we'll treat your winner, to a spa night. Yeah. And like I said, like in your starter kit, you even get Blitz cards. So you can be like, you could do a giveaway, like where you pick someone's name out of a bowl and you don't have to do it. You don't have to show anybody who you're picking out, and you can message every single person that participated and say, I'm so sorry you didn't win the big prize, but here's a coupon and you can try your app for $5 off.
Or the prize could be the defining gel.
That's exactly.
That's a good sample.
It's a good sample. I've gone to Michael's before and I've gotten tiny little like clear plastic containers, and I've squeezed defining gel into every single one of those and have given those away as samples too. So like you can be creative with it for sure. And you can do that with stretch mark cream. You can do that. I have had like one of my really good friends was like, I have really, really sensitive skin. Is there any way that I can try the cleanser for like a few days? So I was like, yeah, sure. And I squeezed it I've used baby food jars, you guys. I had a friend, I was like, because I'm like really big into making my own stuff, like lotions and shampoos and all sorts of stuff. So I have a ton of baby food jars in my closet. I've even gotten baby food jars and like scraped off, the label and washed it all off and put stuff in that to give to people for samples. So cleanser, exfoliating peel, whatever. So you could even do that. I don't know if it's compliant or not, but I've done it.
I wouldn't like mail it to anybody. I would do. No. You're not supposed to mail.
No, yeah, I wouldn't mail it.
So I wouldn't I would do it to friends, people that around, because you don't want to get in trouble and all that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always been local people. I've never mailed something like that out. So yeah, you can do that. And then I've also I call them Score It Sunday, but it can be whatever it looks like for you. And I'll say, do you want to try this product for free? So it could even be, do you want to try greens for free? And you give them one packet. Do you want to try this product for free? It's super easy. Just message me to find out how. And then they're like, I want to try the greens for free. Of course, everybody wants to try something for free. And I'm so excited about it. And I say to them, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you messaged me. It is so easy to earn this product for free. Here's what we do. I am looking for a mystery hostess for my for my party that I'm doing on Saturday or whatever day. You don't have to do any of the work except for invite your friends to my online party. I will do the rest. And when 15 of your friends check in, because you have to make it lucrative for you guys. Like you can't don't ever give anything away really for free without making someone work for it. So when 15 of your friends check in, you will earn that product for free. And I've had some people who are like, I don't have 15 friends that'll check in. And what I'll do sometimes is I will go to their Facebook profile and see how many friends they have. And then I'll come back and I'll say, oh my gosh, what a bummer. You don't think out of your 400 friends, 15 of them would come to a party and check in? And sometimes they're like, nope. And sometimes like, well, I guess we could try. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, let's try. And then sometimes you get people who are like super motivated because they just love free stuff. So when the party starts and I have like the check-in part of it, they are tagging like all of their friends. Emily, Daniela, Natalie, Ashley, you guys have check in, because they're like, I'm getting this free product no matter what.
Do you add those friends if they check in? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So I add those friends that check in. And then what I will do is anybody who's engaged in the party. If they didn't engage in the party, then I will not message them because I feel like that's cold messaging and they just showed up just because. But anybody who engaged in the party, I will message them and I will say, thanks so much for, joining the party. What did you think of it? That's it. That's all I say. What did you think of it? Because you guys have to remember that sometimes people are just like really nervous to message us because for whatever reason they think we're going to judge them. Like, oh my gosh, you want to try the wraps? Well, of course you want to try the wraps. They're awesome. Like, why wouldn't you? Like, we'll get excited, but you have to look at it from their perspective, and they're like, nervous to tell you that they, have to lose weight or they don't feel confident about themselves. Like, who wants to admit that? So sometimes we just have to take that first step and be like, hey, I really think that you would love this, and after a while you will start getting like TMI. I get TMI from people now. Like, they send me pictures of themselves, they will tell me their whole life story, and I love it because they trust me, you know what I mean? And you just can, on Facebook you really can build like such a presence for yourself where people trust you. But yeah, so for the online parties, I will friend people who check in, but if they engage like on the actual posts, I will message them and say like, hey, what'd you think? And online parties are awesome for people who you just cannot get to sign. Like, you are following up with them and they like just keep messaging you and they keep saying, oh, well, how much is the cleanse? Oh, well, what about that thermal fit? How do I get a $500 bonus? And you're like, oh my gosh, you don't know what you want. Those people, or if like I'm talking to someone throughout the week and they like didn't commit, but they're really interested and I really feel like they really want to, I will send them a message, just really simple, and I will say, hey, I know that you're thinking about trying the wraps. I'm having a party on Saturday, and or I'll say, I know you're on the fence about the wraps, or I know you're on the fence about the business. So while you're thinking about it, I'm actually having a party on Saturday, and I think it would be perfect to answer all of the questions that you might have. I went ahead and sent you the invite. The party's name is XYZ. Just click join, and you can, hopefully that'll answer all of your questions. I have signed so many potential distributors from having them come to a party, because a lot of times potentials, they are so nervous about selling something that they don't know anything about. So when they get to see a lot of the products and kind of get to like get some information about it, it gives them more confidence. Or they have a question about the business and they don't know what the question is. Like, they know they have a question, but they don't know what the question is. And when they see me posting about the business side of it and how easy it is, then they're like, okay, I'm ready. Like, I'm ready, and they feel more confident. So online parties are awesome for that reason. Like, when you have potentials that they're on the fence and you just keep talking to them and you're like, why haven't you signed up yet? Those people message them and say, I'm having a party. I know you're on the fence about whatever. I totally thought about you. I think it'll answer all of your questions. I sent you the invite. Party's name is whatever, and that's another really good way to just kind of like, even if you have 3 people come to an online party, that those 3 people like were meant to see that party. So don't ever get discouraged. I've done parties where nobody has showed up, like online parties, but it's okay. You are putting it out there that you're open for business, so your business will come to you. It just sometimes doesn't look the way that we are expecting it to look.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay, now I really think I expelled all of my information. I think I did.
You gave us all your little secrets.
I did. I gave you all the secrets, all the tips.
I have a question. Sorry, I have one more question.
Sure.
Okay, someone told me that that I should put all of my posts on public. Do you recommend that?
I don't. I mean, if you hit your friend limit, then yeah, because you will want your followers to see that, but once you hit your 5,000 friends, then yeah, maybe you should put them all on public. But before that, I wouldn't. I don't.
Just engagement posts you put on public.
Engagement and my inspirational and my engagement posts I'll put on public.
Okay.
My business posts, I won't do those on public. I'll keep those to just me.
All right.
I mean, I guess it could be a to each their own kind of thing. I don't know. But I feel like the only reason why you would do everything on public is if you hit your 5,000 friends, and now people can only follow you.
Right.
So you want your followers to see. But, I mean, we should be cleaning out our Facebook friends too. So I don't think you would ever actually hit that 5,000 friend limit. So, yeah.
All right, cool.
So actually, now I have a question. So what exactly, my actually Facebook is on public, everything. I thought that's a good thing. So what is the reason why not putting on public? For me, I thought like if it's a business, should be. But
I don't know. I just feel like I want to protect my business from people who might not be as trustworthy. You know what I mean? So like when people, like if people were to comment on my business posts and like I'm not in a position to message them right away, I don't want someone else to, you know, sneak attack and grab them up. You know what I mean? And maybe that's just me being paranoid. Like I said, to each their own. Like I might not be correct in it at all, but I've even seen like Amber Horner, she will I've seen her comment on her post like, yeah, I'll message you, but there are no comments besides hers. Like she deletes all of the people who've commented on her business post, because you know, the truth of the matter is there are some untrustworthy people in this business. So if I can protect my business by keeping it just to my friends that see the business and product posts, then I'll do that for as long as I can. You know what I mean? So, but it might not be the right way. I don't know.
so your Facebook is not public, obviously it's private, right? So it's only to your friends and friends of your friends, right?
Yeah, unless I post, you know, something and I put it to public, then they can. So like when people, so if you're not my friend and you go to my Facebook, you will see my profile picture, my cover photo, my featured photos, my like little explanation or whatever. Like I think I put waitress, turned stay at home girl mom. You'll see that, and then you'll see all of my public posts. But you won't see like my friends list. You don't see like my work, and you don't see like any of my business posts.
Oh, my friends list is it's only see to me, so it doesn't matter if it's public or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would recommend everybody doing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Hiding your friends list, because people could go on, and it's happened on my team where teammates followed teammates, followers, and potentials. Like we work hard for our potential customers, you know, so you want to save your business, you want to protect your business, so make sure your friends are hidden on Facebook.
And
so
that's the reason why I keep my business to just my friends list.
Yeah.
For this exact same reason, until I don't need to do that anymore, basically. Or if we have like, or if I'm doing like a giveaway, you know, if I'm doing a giveaway, I'll do that public, so that someone can like tag their friend or whatever in it. The only time that's a good point. The only time I'll do something as a public post, like one of my business posts is public, is if I'm asking you to tag a friend. Because sometimes I'll be like, tag a friend that you want to do together, and I'll put you both in a drawing, you know, for a drawing for a free wrap or something like that. If you're not friends with that person, then they're not going to see the tag. You know what I mean? So that's the only time that I'll do my business or my private posts as a public.
What about, so I usually try to post something motivational.
Mm-hmm. That I would do as public. Yeah, I'll do those as public.
I think she froze.
Oh.
But yeah.
Oh, you're right. I think she did freeze.
So yeah, engagement and
motivational, yeah.
Posts are public. Okay.
Yeah.
And like giveaways, and guys, remember giveaways? Oh, there you are.
My phone just literally just stopped, and I'm like, oh my gosh, in the middle of Okay, if I can just go real quick. So when I post motivational quote or something, and some of my friends actually share, sometimes I actually get a lot of people who share, and I think it's a good thing because
Absolutely.
I get some traffic back to my page. Not public, if it's just private. Now I'm questioning if they friends will be able to see it or not.
The motivational ones, I would totally keep those as public and have them share and still have them share it, because that's increasing your awareness. So I would totally keep those as public for 100%.
Okay, got it.
Just with giveaways, you want to make sure you're not doing like, oh, if you sign up, you get a free wrap.
Yeah, no, you can't do that.
You can't do that. That's against compliance. Make sure when you're doing giveaways, it's anybody can win it. So your loyal customers, your I mean, you could say like not distributors. I've seen that.
Yeah,
but
you
your
not distributors.
new existing customers, just so everybody's involved. You know, It Works has rules and regulations that they don't want you giving incentives for, sign up for the 90-day challenge, I'll give you a free wrap. Like, no, don't do that. But you could do, tag a friend, win a free wrap, share this post, win a free wrap, put into a drawing, Saturday night, I'll pick a winner. You know what I mean? So stuff like that. But I just want to make it right there.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a really good point. Like, you cannot entice people to join your team or to, you can't bribe. It's like bribery. You cannot bribe people to do that. So don't do that.
Yeah. Well, that was so good. Thank you so much, Corie.
You're welcome. Feel free to message me, you guys, if you have any questions.
Yeah. Does anybody else have any more questions? No. I think you answered every question. That was really, really good.
Okay, yay. I'm so glad you guys
Thanks,
enjoyed
guys.
it. Thanks for hopping on, everyone.